Okay, the question says, use the information below to prepare the accounts for the general ledger of SWAT Traders for December 2009. Use the journals and post the information to the general ledger. Balance the following accounts. Please read those instructions carefully because it might say balance only bank or balance only these accounts. Then don't waste time balancing all the accounts. Okay? And in total, the nominal accounts. The following balances appear in the books of SWAT Traders. It lists all the opening balances. Where do I start? Do I start just filling them in, or what's the first thing you do? Okay, we see which accounts we have and what do we do to them?
We put our assets.
Okay, we're going to classify the accounts as either asset, owner's equity, income or expense, and liability. So let's do that first. Remember, I've only asked you to do a couple of the accounts. So the first one I've asked you to do is bank. What is bank classified as? Okay, it's an asset. And I want to see you guys doing this. Put a plus and a minus in. A lot of you know it's an asset, then you don't put anything in and then you forget what side is plus, what side is minus. What are debtors classified as? Also assets. So it's plus, minus. Creditors are liabilities, minus, plus. Trading inventory. Now, sales and cost of sales would fall in your nominal section. You should know by now. All your nominal section accounts are owner's equity minus pluses. Okay? So for nominal section, I want you to also say sales is an income. What is cost of sales? An expense. Okay. What's the next step? I've classified. What do I do next? Fill in opening balances. Now, there are two things that you need to remember here. First of all your opening balances are always put in on the first day of the month. If you're not sure what month we're using, just look at the journal's month, and that is the month. So this one did tell us it's for December. It didn't need to tell us because all my journals are done for December. Okay, so I know my opening balances are going to be on the 1st of December. The second thing you need to know is that in the balance sheet section, we refer to balances brought down. Any nominal accounts are called totals brought forward. Fine. What rule do I use to help me remember what side the balances must go on? Dead, click. Okay, so let's look for bank's opening balance on that list. Now, bank is an asset. Is bank always an asset? No, if your bank goes into overdraft, so if it said bank was in overdraft, what side would the balance be on? On the credit side. Now let's look for bank. Does it say anything about overdraft or unfavorable here? No, then we know bank is an asset, and assets are debited because they fall under debt. Okay. So go to your debit side and you're going to write December the 1st. Now what section, and if you know for your trial balance, what section would the bank account go in? Which section? Balance sheet section or nominal accounts? Okay, so I'm going to write balance. Brought down, and your balance brought down from the exercise, you can see here it is 22,000. Debtors are assets. Can debtors ever be anything other than an asset? No, so their balances, whether it's the brought down amount from this month or for next month, can only be on the debit side. Okay, so on your debit side for debtors control, go look, did I have a balance for debtors control? Yes. Did I have to give you this? Could I have made that a question mark?
Yes.
Okay, if I made it a question mark, what else would I need to give you?
The total.
No, I would need to give you, yes, Zane?
The debtors totals.
Okay, the list, your debtors list, because you guys learned that total of your debtors list will always equal debtors control. So, yeah, you just said totals, so that's why. Totals of what? Okay, the total of your debtors list, or just the 3 or 4, whatever, how many debtors you have, If you add them together, it will give you that amount. Okay, so it was given, so just go to debtors control. Debtors control is an asset, it falls in the balance sheet section, so you're going to write December the 1st, balance brought down, and the amount there is 5,500. Okay, creditors are liabilities. What side would the balance for liability sit on? Okay, because it's click. So on that credit side, your creditors control amount is 6,000. So go to your credit side and you write December the 1st. What section would this account be in? Okay, so we write balance brought down 6,000. Trading inventory is an asset, and assets fall in your balance sheet section. So what side would the opening balance for trading inventory be on? Okay, we've got a trading inventory balance of 10,000. It's dead, so it's on the debit side.
Is this what the test on?
Yes. Okay. Sales is an income. What do we know about our incomes and expenses? What section do they go in? Nominal. So now I need to remember I can no longer call it a balance brought down. I'm going to say total brought forward. For sales, your sales amount or balance is 91,500. Could I have made either one of these two a question mark? Okay. I could have. How would you calculate it? I would have had to give you a markup. So if I gave you a markup and I gave you cost of sales, you would take the cost price times 100 plus the markup divided by 100. Or for the cost price, if you had to calculate cost of sales, you'd take the selling price times 100 over 100 divided by the markup. Okay. Okay, let's quickly fill in sales. So sales, we said we've got 91,500. Our incomes, dead or click? Clicks. Click, so you're going to put it on the credit side. I'm going to say December the 1st. Please remember, because if you write a balance here, I don't give you a mark, okay? 91,500. And cost of sales. And expense, our expense is dead or click? Dead. So you're going to put it on that debit side. December the 1st. Total brought forward. And it's 76,250. Okay, so I've done the first step. I've classified my accounts. The second step, I've put in opening balances. What is the third step? Okay, you are going to post your totals or post your journals. Very, very important. Please do not go to bank and then try and finish posting everything to the bank account. I've said it and I've said it repeatedly. You post one journal at a time and then you finish that journal before you move on to the next one. Okay. So I'm going to start with my cash receipts journal. Do I post each individual transaction? No. Do I post the totals? Yes. If sundry had a total, would I post the total of sundry? No. So when you post on the last day of the month each total. If there's an amount in sundry, you post it on that specific day separately. So for instance, if I had 2 capital entries here, I'd post 2 capital from the CRJ twice. Okay, just before I carry on, just to help you with details, I want to show you why we write certain things in details. Okay. Can you remember when we did T accounts for individual transactions?
Yes.
Okay. First, tell me, what do I record in a CRJ?
Money received.
Money received. So if we look at this first, or let's look at this one here, this transaction on the 13th. If you had to write this transaction out in words, tell me what this transaction was for. Okay, so I'll tell you then. We received 371 Rand from a debtor towards settlement of his account. Okay, a debtor paid off his debt, so I received money. If I had to do a T account for that, my account would be bank, because you put your money in bank, and it was a debtor that paid you back, so it's debtors control. Can you see this amount was written in the bank column and in the debtors control column, my two accounts? Okay? If you received money in bank, you would have put 371 Rand there and 371 Rand, one debit, one credit. The details here would have been debtors control, and here you would have written bank. Now, in a real business, do you think they only have 3 receipts for the day? No. So I could have posted this directly to the general ledger. But now I have more than one transaction on that day. So here I received 750 Rand. Not on one day, in 1 month. 750 Rand, that was for sales. So it would have been 750 here in details there, bank. 750 in details here, you would have written sales. There's another sales transaction, so you would have written sales again. Can you see every time we receive money, bank is affected and one other account. So bank, I can say, is my main account. I'm not going to post each individual transaction because I already recorded my transactions individually, so it would be a waste of time. I'm only posting the total that I received in bank. So let's quickly post that to bank, and then I'm going to show you. I received for the month 2,141. So go to your bank account, and this is where you now forget about date click. You're going to reason it out. So if I'm receiving money, what happens to my asset bank? It increases, so I debit that amount. I got that total on the last day of the month, so you always post on the last day of the month. Now, can you see in my T account that I just drew? Am I now going to write debtors control, sales, capital, whatever I received money for? No. I replaced all those account names with one single name, and it's called total receipts. In folio you write CRJ, and we got it from CRJ, and they've numbered it for us here, 12. You always look at the number there. It could have been CRJ1. It's not always the number of the month. The only time you use the number of the month in grade 9 is if I left that out, you would number the month. Okay. So CRJ12, and the amount's 2,141. Now, the rule is that for every debit, there must be a credit. So can you see which accounts am I going to credit? Debtors control, sales, all the accounts that were debited in bank. There's an exception. Would cost of sales ever appear on the debit side of bank or on the credit side for that matter? Ben swims to Cape Town. Cost of sales is used when we sell goods. Okay? Ben, bank, swims is sales. They go together. Cape is cost of sales goes with trading inventory. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Our next account that we need to post is to debtors control. This is why I say you need to understand what is recorded in each journal. I received money from debtors. Okay, because they owe me money, they're paying me back. So I received a total of 371. Go to your debtors control account. If a debtor, now forget about the money you received, try and remember what happened now to their debt, because I've already recorded the money. But if a debtor pays me back, does he owe me more or less? He owes me less. So you're going to write December the 31st. We look at our T accounts. You would have written in debtors control, bank. So I'm going to write here bank. CRJ12, and the amount's 371. This 371 is included in that total receipts amount. Okay, we'll stop there.